Is this the Ali Brown? Are you here, Ali? Is this you? Or is this a fake version of you? I think this could be the real you. But while you're here, can we ask, with the Vulkan integration that's been, all the Vulkan stuff that's in the last tech preview test and this one, is it the kind of the promised multi-threaded version of Vulkan? How close to the final version of Vulkan is it? I mean, you might not be able to answer that, but Vulkan in Tech Preview has all the main features, including multi-threading, but there are further optimizations happening in Squadron Force 2 that will be brought over in a future SC patch. Aha, perfect. Thank you. That's very good. Right, everybody in the chat, this is your time. Ask away, ask your questions. I think probably from all the people who watch this channel would like to say a massive thank you to you because, yes, you're especially the fact that you're doing so much kind of answering questions on Spectrum, I think is massively helpful. I think people love it. So we all appreciate you, I think is probably what I should say. So thank you. Oh, that's fun. DLSS4 upscaling is in the tech preview now. Yeah, we can turn it on. Framegen has not been integrated as yet, but very likely in a future patch. There we go. Oh, here we go. This is good info. Retexture quality low equals 50% resolution, medium 75%, high 100%. Otherwise, differences between settings is just how much we stream in advance and load extra detail. Ah, very nice. Okay, that's good to know. So if you've not seen all this before, everybody watching, there's tons of new settings. And so, yeah, as Ali's saying there, the low is 50% resolution, medium 75, high 100. And so what? And then very high and ultra, how much we stream in advance and load extra details, I guess. It's great info, thank you. Yeah. So if you've not seen all this, there's tons now of settings. But like we say, if you keep this, we've got this graph down the bottom right hand corner now, which is a bit under your chat, but you can just about see the usage. If you if you hit auto detect, it will sort you out. So it thinks I should be on very high in general, but you then can, in theory, manually set. Oh, if I can just about get it. This is the worst thing about this menu, that's for sure. So low takes me down to 7.6. So I'm now under. So this is at 4K, upscaling from 1440p roughly. And we are now under a 8GB target, but the resolution of the textures is now at 50%. So you wouldn't necessarily want to do this. GI in the tech preview is missing half the CVARs required to work properly. Wasn't meant to be exposed. It's likely using a broken version of the software mode. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so people are saying it's on, but I think in reality, it isn't. Global illumination isn't actually enabled yet in tech preview like many post-game. Here's comparisons proof. So there's no, but that isn't actually, you'd expect there to be some bleed or some bounce of this if it was actually some GI going on. No indirect light. There's no indirect lighting here. The way that should work is that should affect this. When it moves over, it should. And let's see what people are saying. No, GI is enabled, but GI with ray tracing is not enabled. GI, okay, yeah. Fair point. So global illumination, but ray trace global illumination is not enabled. So this question has been asked, do CRG optimize for AMD GPUs or just NVIDIA? Oh, it's got to be both, surely. We optimize for both with a variety of GPUs across the graphics team, plus shared PCs for low and high spec. Yeah. Now, Ali, while you're here, I have to ask you one question. I can't not, whilst you're here, we can't not talk about this. Let me see if I can whip up a camera so I can show you. Can we talk about the official minimum spec? Maybe you don't want to. It's okay if you don't want to. Let's find it on here. Time to bow. Yeah, get up here. No, wait. Give us a second of your time. Don't run. Not yet. Now, I've built the Sandy Bridge version. Oh man, let's see if I can quickly find the thing. Hang on. I just love to know your thinking. What's the thinking? I don't know if you are the man, the minimum spec. I don't know if it's you or if it's somebody else. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe we don't understand the thinking on it. Right, here we go. Well, let's take you on a journey, everybody. Here it is. The lovely, you're hiding under there. You might be able to see it. I'm turning on some lighting to it. Oh dear. There it is, the i7 2600. We've got it with a 1060, which is fine. We haven't got an issue with the graphics card. If you're still here, this doesn't seem to be it doesn't run the game that well, the minimum spec. I mean, I've made plenty of videos about this in the past. Is this a real, is the reason it's the minimum spec is because it's the actual target when things are optimized, or is it are you aware of how badly it runs? Let me see if I can find you a quick we're in the cities, we're kind of sub 10 FPS. It's safe to say that the 12-year-old project will need to routinely update the min spec. Yes, I would agree with that. But I'm just checking that you're aware that currently what is recommended on the website, especially from the CPU, I mean, we have to all acknowledge that on the AMD side, it would be a lot worse. Bulldozer was not as strong as Sandy Bridge. As long as you're aware that currently when people check the game out and they think, what parts might I need? If you actually try and play with this system, it's not a great time. I mean, we did get through the jump tunnel, so it's not impossible. But the cities are the main. I don't know where else we got to. And you obviously have to start messing around with the page file when you get to when you're in the cities, and when you actually get down to when you're walking around here, you are really chugging. As long as you're aware that some people might see that and they might think this is not an acceptable level of performance for a game. That's the main. On the GPU side, the graphics options will help indicate. Once optimization is finished, it might be a good time to. Yeah, that makes sense. And I think actually we have talked a bit about on this channel that the question is when you bother updating them, because what's the point of doing it if everything's going to be massively changed? CPU is a wider thing beyond just you. Oh yeah, fair enough. Well, I can as in Twitch we have done the testing. I reckon around i5 10400 and Ryzen 3600 is about the minimum on the CPU. But yeah, CPU is a wider thing behind you. That makes sense. But yeah, to be fair, your GPU recommendation, apart from the only one I had a bone to pick with, that one, the integrated, we actually tested that on on 11400 using the 730 or whatever. I wouldn't have that on there. That's what I would say. I'd maybe take that off. But generally, I think when we did the testing for this, we tested this. I think most of these are okay. Maybe the in the cities, or maybe under harder load, the Intel Arc A380. This wasn't the best. I wouldn't say this was the best, but apart from those two, most of these were okay. Apart from the VRAM issues, like you said, AMD seems to struggle much more with VRAM, is the testing I've done. So Sandy Bridge CPU on levski. I'll show you that. Hang on, that's fine. We got it. It took a while to get the minimum spec to load in levski, but it did eventually load. Is this the right one? We tested on all sorts of things. I think it wasn't good in levski. I don't know if you're still here. I don't know what's the explanation for why levski performs like so badly. So you can see here we're struggling to get it to load in, but it did eventually load. No, it crashed. It loaded and didn't crash, but then we loaded it. We gave it one more go. In Arena Grande it worked, and then actually we did get in. Yeah, so this is the official minimum spec. We are at like sub 6 FPS. That I think looks like the minimum spec. Yeah, coming up. We're I mean the shaders are still going probably. It's craziness, but yeah. You can see not a great experience on the minimum spec CPU. But yeah, like you say, if that's not completely your call, that's fair enough. Levski is very dense compared to other locations, which has thrown up some challenges, some of which are still being investigated. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That is a fair way to put it there. It is. There's a lot of interesting performance. I think that's the laptop. I was running it on a gaming laptop, sub 10 FPS. Yeah. Even on a really high-end machine, it's really tricky. But yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, no, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to answer some questions. That's very cool. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for your team. We all appreciate you. Have a good day.